Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. This is GemCG and today we're going to go over Inset Faces and the Bevel tool. So just opening up Blender, you get your default cube. That's good enough to start. So let's go into edit mode and here we are, Inset Faces and Bevel. So we'll start with Inset Faces. Make sure you're in face select mode. You can either hit 3 or click up here. And let's select the face. And there we go. Just click and drag and you can inset this face, which kind of just almost extrudes it perfectly flat along the normal and creates this cube with, or poly within a surrounding poly ring, I guess you could say. And just like it says, it insets the face. And this is really useful for creating detail, for architecture, furniture, all kinds of things. Now we can just hit G to grab, and then we can move that around, or we'll hit GZ and just drag that down. Now we've got this nice little detail to the top of our cube. And let's try this face next. And we'll click and drag to about there. And we're going to extrude this out like that. And maybe we'll inset faces again. So let's click that, drag in, and extrude in this time. The E key. And alright, that's looking pretty interesting. So now let's go into the edge select mode by hitting 2, or you can click up here. And let's click on this edge, and to select the full ring, you can just Alt click, and that selects an entire edge loop, like so. And now let's bevel it. So bevel tool, click and drag. Not sure why it's so finicky. There we go. So maybe a little more. And so bevel tool can be used to create really smooth edges and corners, because one of the biggest tellings that something is CG or computer generated is these perfectly sharp corners, and the real world nothing has that. And even just doing something really small. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So let's try that again. Oh, yeah. Something really small like this. So the light, when you're rendering, just gives you catches right here like this. You can kind of see that. That adds so much realism to your models. So, not quite happy with that, so let's try, oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. So let's, and it's really finicky. Let's go to about there, and then let's go over here to the properties, which are also up here, which is new to 4.8. This nice little, I guess, tool settings bar up here. But you also get this nice little window down here to work with, which is kind of what I always seem to do. You can up the segments and make it really nice and round looking. So go back into edit object mode. So it sort of gives it this nice clean curvature like that. Alright, it's looking good. Back into edit mode. Let's select this edge, Alt select. Oh, certain things like this, for example, you can't Alt select. Forget the reasoning, but technically it's not an edge loop. Like this is an edge loop around here, but this in here is not, because it's basically just the edges of a face. So I have to select each edge individually, but we still have the bevel tool selected. So let's do this. Go about there, and let's up the segments again to 3. Oh, actually, I'm going to undo that because I want a little bit smaller. Yeah, more like that. Now I'll up the segments to 3, and now this edge we will select too. Alt select and bevel like that, and we will up these segments to 3 as well. And now we have sort of, it almost looks like a picture frame. It's a little stepped. That can be easily fixed by going to smooth shading, so that makes that look a lot cleaner, but it also makes everything else look nasty. So let's actually Control-Z that, and we will just select the faces we care about here. Like that. Go back into face mode, and we will drag. Oh, nope, we still have the bevel tool selected. Selection. Let's drag. Oh, I have to turn this on so it sees through. All of these. Somehow it's missing stuff still. Okay, here's what I'll do. That. And that. Oh, we're done with these either. Shift select those. Do I want this edge loop? I think I do. Okay, so now go to shading, to mesh, and then smooth faces. Turn off see-through, and there we go. It's nice and smooth, where everything else still stays sharp that you want sharp. Alright, so let's do one more. Back into edit mode. Select this face. Oh, so you can actually achieve this whole inset tool thing with just the extrude. And to do that, all I have to do is go to individual origins, select your face, and then extrude. Oh. Okay, so like I was saying, a bit of technical difficulties. You can sort of achieve the inset face tool with just extrude. So I've got this face selected, and I have individual origins selected as my pivot point, and then just hit extrude, and then right click to immediately snap it back so it doesn't actually move, and then hit scale, and it does the same thing. And that's kind of how you would do it in Maya. I don't think it had a specific tool to inset faces. I think Blender always did, but I don't think Maya does, or it hasn't since I've used it anyway. Maybe it does now. The only problem is, I guess it's not as intuitive, and potentially, it adds extra steps, so it's a lot faster to just use the inset tool. Another thing, let's shift select these two faces, and now click and drag. You can do two faces at once connected like this, and then we can extrude that out like this. And now we have this really funky, weird shape that makes no sense, but hey. And let's inset again, extrude in, and yeah, look. Our cube is no longer a cube, it is sort of an interesting elements you might add to some sci-fi architecture or something like that. And that was really quick and easy. So yeah, that is the Extrude and the Inset Faces tool. And I haven't decided if I'm going to go through all these tools or not, but I kind of just want to do short, simple videos like this for a while, kind of cut my teeth on it while I get my voice and my comfort level up, I guess, speaking to the camera and whatnot. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.